Well, after far too long, we're back online. And today, it's the god-awful job of removing all this seam sealant and underseal, or whatever you call it, to get back down to bare metal so we can see where we are with this shell. We need to know exactly where all the rust is so we can get rid of it. So yeah, sit back and enjoy the nightmare that is getting this shit off the car. And I tell you what, using this multi-tool is the only way to go. I've tried all sorts to start off with, wire wheel, basic fields, you name it. But I can't take the credit for working this one out myself. I saw it on another YouTube channel, so credit where credit's due. I saw this on Dan Chambers' channel. One of his subscribers had recommended this, and it works brilliantly. A multi-tool is the best thing for getting this shit off, but the wire wheels still come later. So although the multi-tool gets the bulk of the crap off, we've still got to get down a bit further and to be able to prep it properly, ready for primer and paint and welding and all the other shit. So this is a quite solid abrasive wheel. Found out it wasn't the best thing. What is the best thing I found is a wire wheel. This really does get into all the corners, gets all the crap off. You can really see where you're at with this. You can see all the imperfections, where all the rust is, you name it. Wire wheel's the way to go. What I'm spraying the car with now is a rust converter, so I clearly want to get all the rust out anyway, but any little bits that are left, any surface rust in any nicks and corners, I want to make sure are correctly treated before we get any primer on there. Finally, the underside is in a fit state so I can see what the state of the rust is. It's actually not too bad. Bearing in mind this car has been in the UK for the entirety of its life, it's really not that bad on the underneath. Strut towers, nothing in there, nothing in the inner wings, no rust, pretty good. However, it's not all brilliant. The rear floor of the boot is not great. That looks like it's had a couple of rust repairs. In fact, it looks like I've tried to rust repair it many years ago, but I haven't. This is not me, not my fault. I'm hoping I can do a little bit better than that. That's the other side of the boot floor. Not quite as bad, but still not great. There's rust in the inner and outer sections of that. Then if we move to the front, we've got a little hole in one of the A-pillars right down the bottom. But again, really not that bad. But near the front jacking point is another matter. So you can see straight through there. It's not a massive hole, but yeah, the shape of it could be a little testy to refabricate that. But we'll see how we go. But that's the worst bit, I think. That's the most challenging point. So, oh joy, rust repair time, which means more fucking welding. I'm a bit out of practice, but let's see how this goes. This is weld-through primer, just in case you was wondering. And I think I've said it before, I'm priming stuff as I'm going along because I really don't know how long it's going to be before I get a proper coat of epoxy primer on. Basically, any bare metal either needs to have some rust converter or some primer on. It's extremely humid here in Queensland sometimes, so I want to make sure that there is no surface rust developing. That's the really simple one done. Let's see how we get on with something a little bit more complex. This bit is what's left of the bottom of the rear quarter. So I don't actually know whether I'm going to refabricate and put this back on yet, because I don't know how the new fiberglass rear quarters fit just yet. Definitely better to unpick and remove panels when possible instead of just chopping a whole piece of metal out, so that's what I'm doing here. So at this point I'm just removing sections bit by bit, as little as possible, so I can get down to where the rust is. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to refabricate it at the minute, but just taking it back to solid metal and then we'll work out what the repair panel needs to look like. I don't necessarily think this section needs an inner and outer skin like it had originally, but we'll see how we go. At this point I had a little bit of a camera malfunction, but I'd already worked out what I wanted the template to look like, and that is it. So yeah, I've already cut the metal out there, and this is the template. I shall just put them together to prove it. There you go, template sorted, done. As I'm going to overlap the panels, need stepping down a bit, and so here's my juggler doing that for me. You know me, bit of a bender now and again. What I decided to do with this repair panel is just follow the inner boot floor profile right out to where it will join the rear quarter, and then put a drop panel in which will take it down to where the rear quarter then joins. Which means next I need to put a flange on this piece. It just needs one more panel fabricated now, so we'll just put the original inner panel on and build from that up to the new flange, and I think we're good. Template first, cut it out, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. realise at this point you're actually watching paint dry, don't you? Maybe you should reconsider your life goals and do something more important with your time. But if not, keep watching. I'm glad to have you here. And it's really nice to know that after you've reconsidered your life goals, you're still here watching the channel and watching me paint dry. Spectacular. I love it. Yeah, so that's it for this repair. All I've got to do is spot weld the inner section to my new drop panel and we're done for this repair. So what did it look like originally? Yeah, we've got an inner and an outer skin. This is my revised version. Follows the contour of the inner skin. Everything's located in the correct place. Spot welds leave a little bit to be desired, but they're going to be on the inside of the quarter panel anyway. You'll not see them. So I'm calling that done. Cheers.